94.3 The Dude is very grateful to our men and women in uniform. We're proud to recognize local members of our military by turning the spotlight on them right now in our Soldier Salute.
I'm your host, Sergeant First Class Retired Don Sorensen, and on today's Soldier Salute, we're talking with Staff Sergeant LeVar Curry of the South Carolina Army National Guard. Staff Sergeant Curry, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Just call me Big Sarge. Keep that easy for us, like the kids do in the community. I'm blessed to have my beautiful wife of 8 years. I have a lovely baby girl, almost 2, and my little guy is 3. My 2 oldest live in Pennsylvania, so I'm blessed to have 4 beautiful children, a lovely wife, and my home here in Columbia, South Carolina. I've been in the National Guard going on almost 14 years, military total 23 years. Yeah, man, I'm outside of being the local recruiter for the Northeast area of Columbia. I am a master fitness instructor and Zumba instructor. Passed as a mixed martial artist, strongman, powerlifting competitor, but now as a recruiter, I still teach Zumba in the community, and health and fitness is what it's about. So everything's blessed.
Big Sarge, tell us why you joined the military.
Let's see, good old days, 1995. Believe it or not, I'm a legacy soldier. From my family did some ancestry read up, and found out that my great-great-grandfather served in the Spanish-American War, great-granddad served in World War II, and then my grandfather served in Korea, and then my father served in Vietnam. So you can say I'm a legacy G.I. Joe, not just by blood, but by child play. Had the old Rambo get up, had the weapons, had my figures, and I just knew in my heart and just my family tradition that I'd be a soldier. So, serving in the military was definitely important, and that's why I knew what I was going to be.
So, Big Sarge, your dad and your grandfather and your great-grandfather all have led to a legacy of service. I would imagine that when it came time for you to serve, they were absolutely thrilled.
Well, I beg to differ, Don. Believe it or not, my stepmother, she was a big influence. She was a retired Captain Curry, serving in the Army. She did over 24 years in time in active and reserves, and my dad was long retired before then. Their influence is amazing. I was in JROTC, great experience growing up. Military family, move every 2 or 3 years, made new friends, new places to see. It was great. And I was like, man, I'm hungry for this. And my parents were like, well, nope, we served for our family. And the genealogy from, granddad and everybody else is enough. You're going to go to college, you're going to do this, and this. I said, wait a minute. How are y'all going to have all this great experience, seeing the world, early retirement options, and, the benefits, and then, just the relation to the diversity of people we have in our family through the military. I have 3 other uncles, that served also. And I'm like, all this goodness to come from your service, you've seen the world, you won't let me have the opportunity. So, it was a little kickback, not allowing me to join at one point, but I set them up, gave the recruiter my name and number, told him to show up 5 o'clock one evening. I didn't tell him my stepmother was still an active duty captain, and told the guy bring the paperwork, and now the rest is history.
Big Sarge, how do you balance a healthy family life with recruiting?
Well, Don, the blessing is my wife and I are teammates. My beautiful wife, Kelly, is a teacher here in Richland County, and as myself, working in the schools in Richland County. And then I have the freedoms. I'm a successful recruiter because I know how to manage my time as far as any way I can support her for our teamwork effort, especially our 3 and 2-year-old. I take my babies to daycare, and then in the afternoons when she's out of school earlier, she'll pick them up. But if she's stuck with a parent meeting, conference, or anything after school, I clear my afternoon schedule to make sure I'm, 3:30, 4 o'clock, get my son and my daughter. And by the time she comes home, either we prepped dinner the day before, she's already cooked it, or she's coming home, I got to just put it in the oven, or she'll pick, we have our once drive-through night that we have, and she'll pick it up on the way home. I already have the kids in the tub, ready for bed. All they got to do is eat, so it's been a good teamwork balance, but family's been very important because my wife has also been my rock, even through my toughest time and my most success in recruiting when I won Chiefs 54, the year after I lost my mom to leukemia. But the blessing was because of her strength picking me up. The week after my mom passed away, we found out we were pregnant with my baby boy, and then we have my daughter right back to back. So they're 18 months apart. So truly blessed. Like I said, my wife and I were a great team, and my beautiful kids, they get to have us work together to love them.
Big Sarge, there's a segment of our community that has a special place in your heart. Why don't you tell us about that?
The best thing I've learned between my fraternity brothers, I'm a brother of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Beta Chi Sigma grad chapter right here in Columbia. We reach out to the youth. We reach out to the kids planting that seed of folks caring about you and wanting to help. And what I was disturbed to see is that I've had the social workers at the different schools in Richland County that work with the less fortunate family income situations. And myself personally, in my high schools, I work with between Ridgeview High School and Westwood High School. I've seen a need for, we got a number of homeless high school kids, families displaced financially, living out of hotels. They don't have a permanent address. So it's times of need where I'm helping raise donations, whether clothes for job interviews for the kids, guys and girls, and also for the food and meals that is provided by the social workers in the schools to send home for the families to allow these kids to eat outside of school. So it's a tough thing, and it's dear to my heart because I've never experienced anything like that. So now that I'm part of this, I'm all in with the food banks, trying to get donations throughout my community connections to help any of these families that we can personally. For those that are interested in any donations directly or how you can help, you're welcome to reach out to me on Instagram at SCARNG Sandhill Big Sarge, or on my Twitter at SCARNG Big Sarge. There's only one.
I know that young women's empowerment is very important to you. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, actually through Westwood High School, the blessing and guidance from Dr. Guy, the principal, she gave me the green light, and then I had the support from the career management counselor, Miss Gladys Myers for Westwood High School. She's amazing. They all said, hey, we like your idea. I've had to work twice as hard to make sure my young females that I've trained and recruited personally in the military would do well. Of course, as men, we know they're more organized, time managed, self-motivated, sometimes fired up, and I can count on seeing my young female soldiers do well and knowing they follow through. My knucklehead guys, I can't say so much sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. But the beautiful thing was seeing the young girls in my high school that I'm educating and teaching. I wanted to make the next role models for my two daughters, and I'm not having my kids worrying about the folks on TV or in the music videos and everything. I want real people, and these young ladies around the high schools that I work at are inspirations to me every day. Beyond Dr. Guy, it just rolled downhill, and a couple of my soldiers got recognized also. And the Empowerment Conference, an event just to celebrate smart young women that want to be successful. They got goals for college, leadership, and education. And my speakers were dynamic, that were fellow service ladies that had multiple years of service, different positions, and they're leaders. And it's not guy or girl, it's best soldier, best leader out in the front of that. And that's what I wanted to empower the young women that I'm working with, as I can be an influence with that today.
Big Sarge, your most successful year in recruiting, you also became a father, and you lost your mom. That's a lot of stresses to deal with. How did you find healthy ways to cope?
Well, Don, between the strength, of my wife supporting me and guiding me to balance, loving my mother and keeping the balance of family and work, I got busy. Be honest with you, everybody goes through those phases of mourn. I didn't stay still, but I'm out there to try to help any family members of anyone in the community. Health and fitness is real important to me. Teaching, especially 95% of my Zumba students are women. Someone's mom, someone's cousin, someone's niece, daughter, aunt, loved one that I'm helping stay away from diabetes, stay away from body image issues, just loving themselves and get moving and dancing and have fun, but also making it a workout where it makes them feel better and less people worrying about the pain and hurt that, I might have went through losing my mom, but her spirit keeps me going. Big Sarge Fitness, my business has been blessed to many areas of folks I'm helping in the community, and I donate my time, and when I know I'm saving someone else's mom or family member, that makes me feel good.
Thanks for joining us in our Soldier Salute, presented by Little Pigs Barbecue. Serving Columbia since 1963 with that bodacious buffet. By Lexington Guns and Shooting Range, veteran owned and operated. And by Love Plumbing, Air, and Electrical. Love to help you love your home.